friends, it's Natasha from B2P Pilates Athletics, and I want to take you through a quick Pilates home workout. So all you need is you and a mat, and we're going to start laying down on your back. Lay down with your knees bent, your feet on the ground, and they're in line with the middle of your hips. You come to lying down. Let's start with some breathing here. So hands can be down by your sides, or you can place them on your belly. Take a nice big breath in. Fill up your lungs, 360 degrees full. As you exhale, exhale out through the mouth with a little heat to it. And then again, inhaling. Exhale, I want you to focus on pulling the core in, wrapping and feeling the flex of your core as you exhale completely. Try it 2 more times. You're going to focus on your breath for all of this workout. The more you focus on that breathing and that exhale, the more your core will contract, protect your spine, and strengthen your core. 1 more big breath. Exhaling. Start with your hands down by your sides, thumbs up to the sky. Inhale, stretch your arms back overhead as far as you can, keeping your back pulling to the mat. And then exhale, arms circle around by your sides. 2 more. Inhale. Pull the ribs down as your arms go overhead. So you're making sure you're not flaring them up towards the sky. Exhaling. 1 more big breath. If you can't get all the way to the ground without your back lifting, then don't go all the way to the ground. You focusing on your form is where you're going to get the most bang for your buck and protect your spine. So your arms are going to press down by your sides now. Going into knee sways. Cross your right leg over your left so your thighs are touching. Your chest is open. Inhale, sway your knees and your hips over to the left. Your right hip will lift off the ground. Exhale, exhale, and engage your core as you pull back to center. Then the other direction. Inhaling to sway. Exhaling, engaging the core, keeping the chest open, pulling the back to the mat. 1 more per side. Make this feel nice and delicious. So you're inhaling as you sway, exhaling as you come back. Think of almost the legs as dead weight, and it is your torso that is controlling you through your twist. Not only to twist to the side, but especially to pull yourself back to center. Uncross. Left leg will go over top of the right. Let's go towards the right now. Inhaling, left shoulder stays down. You're wringing your spine out. Exhale, engaging, flexing your core to massage your back to the mat. It should feel yummy. Inhaling to sway. You only go as far as you can, keeping your shoulder down and making it feel good for your spine, using your exhale to magnetize your back to the mat. 1 more per side. Inhale. Exhale, so it's a nice little dynamic spine twist. Last one here, inhaling. So we're getting those muscles to activate while we're stretching. Coming back to center, then you'll uncross, still keep your knees and feet in line with your hip sockets, arms pressed down. We're going into an articulating bridge. You inhale, you spread out all 10 toes, you start to tuck the tail. So you think of curling your tail in between your legs, then you're gonna peel your low back off the mat, the mid back, the upper, peeling yourself up. You come up as high as it feels good for you, as long as the ribs are pulling down towards your hips and you still have weight into your feet. Then you exhale and you're going to melt your spine down. So you're softening from your throat, from your collarbone, rib cage, low spine, mid spine, until your tail untucks. And then again, you decide how high you're coming up. Think about keeping weight into your feet. So think about this lower body. It'll allow you not to pour weight into your neck. So think it's literally called a bridge, right? You got to equal out that bridge from one end to the other. 2 more. Inhale. So we're engaging the core. We're articulating through the spine to make sure the spine is working uniformly and evenly. Exhaling, melting down. Pay attention if there's any like bumpy parts or stuck parts. Those are the parts where you're going to think a little bit more of scooping in through the core. 1 more time, tucking the tail, press into the feet. Keep thinking about the toes, the heels, hamstrings, glutes, still pulling that core in so you're not arching up through that back, and then melting, or not over extending through that back, I should say, and then melting back down. Real quick stretch here. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Hug your left leg into your chest. Give it a big little hug. Big little hug. Big hug. Chest stays open. Bring that leg down, other side, left ankle over right knee, hugging that leg in as long as you can. So if it doesn't feel good, or you feel like your head's up, or you've got stress through your shoulders in order to do the stretch, then don't. You just keep that foot on the ground. No big deal. Uncross. From here, legs are going to go straight onto the ground. You're going to flex your toes to your shins. I'm up against a wall right now, not on purpose, but you will try not to be. Arms up towards the sky, shoulder blades drop to the mat. We're going to roll all the way up to seated. Inhale, you're going to pick up your head, peel your spine off the mat. One piece at a time, keeping your legs down on the ground. Gonna move back out of the room. Stretching forward, but you're scooping the core in. You're not rounding, pulling the ears up to the shoulders. You're gonna come back down again. Keep flexing the feet. Core is in. You draw your shoulders in. You scoop the core in and you roll down one piece of your spine at a time. Your arms can stretch overhead if it feels good, and then come back up. Inhale, picking up the head, peel your spine off the mat, hollowing out, scoop the core in. You imagine you're making like a C shape as you curl up, melting back down. You got two more of those. Inhale, picking up the head, keep the legs down, squeeze the legs together, hollowing yourself out. You're breathing. Inhale for the first half of your spine, exhaling for the second. Last one here. Inhale, picking up the head, hollow the core in, rolling up, stretching forward. From here, hug your right leg in. You're still flexing this left foot, so toes towards your shins. Hold on to this leg, come to laying down on your back. This right leg goes up towards the sky. Hold on behind the back of the leg. Keep the head down as you inhale. Engage your hamstring. Press it into your hands. As you exhale, you're going to try and release that hamstring by bending the elbows and pull that leg in towards you slightly. Inhale won't look like you're doing much, but it'll feel like you're getting a massive stretch, good stretch in that hamstring. One more time. Inhale, engage the hamstring. Push it into your hands like it's trying to shoot through your fingertips. Exhale, bend the elbows. Now we're going to do what's called climb a tree. You keep this right foot pointed to the sky. You inhale, you pick up your head. You're going to walk hand over hand up your leg. This right leg goes forward slightly. You pick your spine up, your shoulders are back. Exhale, you walk back down. Can you keep this left leg on the ground? Inhale, pick up the head. Hand over hand. Your spine gets long at the top, your shoulders away from ears. Exhaling, so you're getting that dynamic stretch again. We always love strengthening the muscle while we are stretching it. That's how it keeps its length, and then melting back down. Hug your leg into your chest. We're doing a little spine twist. Your right arm goes out to the side in a T position with your palm up. You bring this right leg away from you slightly so it's not squishing your hip, and then you pick up from your core like knee sway to bring that leg over into a twist. Take a nice big breath in here. If it feels right, you can look towards the right hand. You only go as far as you can, so don't wrench that leg over and pinch the front of your hip. Only go to where your spine wants to go. Engage the core to pull yourself back. We're going to straighten the right leg. Hug the left leg in. That left leg goes up to the sky. You interlace the fingers underneath it. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, press that left hamstring into your hands like you're just trying to shoot your leg forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, pull the leg in. Try and keep the leg straight. Inhale, pointing and pressing the leg forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, open up the collarbones, pull the leg in. One more time, inhaling. Exhale. And then you're going to keep that leg pointed. Inhale, pick up the head. You can walk hand over hand, up your leg, up towards the sky. Shoulders roll back, spine is long. Exhaling, melting back down. And then up. So if you're familiar with a Pilates teaser or just a V-sit, it's essentially half a V-sit. We're using both that stretching and strengthening through this left leg. Good. One more time. And stabilizing, grounding through this right leg to keep you down. Exhaling back to the mat. Good. Hug both legs in. You can rock side to side for a second. And then keep this left leg hugged in. Right leg goes straight. We go into your spine twist. Bring that left leg forward slightly so you're not pinching the hip. Left arm out to the side in T position with your palm up to the sky. Then go ahead and twist. Only go to where that spine wants to go. If you feel like that leg can't go too far, you can always put a pillow underneath the left leg to give it a little support. And then you're going to exhale, pull the core in, roll back to center. Hug the legs into your chest. And then roll all the way up to seated. We'll end in a plank here. So you're going to spin your legs around. We're going to do full plank. Hands are going to go underneath your shoulders. One leg back. If you need to do this kneeling too, you absolutely can. Then the other leg. Okay, shoulders are drawn together, spine nice and long. You can hold here, take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, I want you to hollow your core in every time you exhale. Inhaling. So when you exhale, literally vacuum that low core up away from the ground. When you use that breath and physically think of pulling your core in, that's what's going to give you the most bang for your buck. Inhaling, exhaling. One more big breath, and then we're going to lower down all the way to the mat to the count of 3. So here we go, tricep push-up, lowering down. You lower down, elbows tight to your side. 3, 2, 1. Lower down, untuck the toes. Have the legs together. We're going to do a slight back bend here. So your palms still underneath your shoulders where they were for your plank. Head starts down as you inhale. You're going to peel your eyes off the mat, then your nose, then your chin. Maybe you can only get to here, which is fine. If you're bendy and you've done Pilates before, you can engage your core and come up higher without pushing or pinching in your low spine, then you go for it. Melting back down. Make this feel good. You should never feel any pinching in your back. Inhale. Engage through the chest, pulling the ribs in, elbows tight to your sides, shoulders away from your ears, pulling the ribs in, and then melting back down. We're going to do 3 more here, inhaling, coming up. So if you can only come to here, pulling the ribs in, shoulders away from yours, that's what you do. Who cares how high you go up? You only care about listening to your body and making sure that it's strengthening the way that it needs to, and you're not compensating into anywhere that shouldn't be working. One more time here, coming up, pulling the ribs in, shoulders away from your ears, belly is light off the mat, and then melting back down. Press back into a child's pose. Knees can go wide. Sit the hips back. Arms can be out in front of you. They can be underneath your head, or they can be around by your tail. Let's take a breath here. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more big breath. And exhale. Engage the core. Keep your hips heavy over your heels. Restack the spine. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait to see you again soon.